Therapy Army. We're only half an hour late. We're only half an hour late almost. Internet issues. Apologies. Big up to every one of you. Big up to Jarvis for waiting. Big up to every one of you, Therapy Army. Those of you going to watch this tomorrow, please let us know in the comments all of the different issues that we talked about tonight. So big up to you all. Welcome to Manchester United versus Brighton preview, or should we say Brighton versus Manchester United preview, FA Cup semi-final, one of the biggest games of the season after what we saw last night. Is there a reaction from this team? Does this team go into that semi-final and do everything in their power to win? Is it mean by any means necessary that this club gets to a final of the FA Cup? After having all of those FA Cup draws at home, all those cup ties at home, could it be? Could it be? Jarvis, how are you? How was your show this evening? How was that? And thank you so much. Appreciate you for waiting. Appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. I've been waiting, so it's no problem. Well, it's good. It's good. The weather is nice and everything is good in Norway. How is it in Manchester?
Say that again. How's things in Manchester?
Yeah.
Things in Manchester actually all right. It was cloudy today, but a lot of United fans that have been out and about today. It's Eid, obviously, so a lot of family, a lot of relatives being around, certain people majority of the day today, and everybody's absolutely peed off. They don't even like the Europa League, and the ones who like the Europa League, they're looking at me and laughing at me, going, "You must be happy. It was you." So some of them are blaming me, which is hilarious. I'm like, okay, you want me to take the blame? Others are like, what the hell was that? Others were like, what the hell was that? And the majority of people are saying, we can never go back to being a consistent football team or a team that is just regular, other than the ups and downs, without the Glazers. He said, this has been the story of the Glazers. Guys, smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Big up to Tom. I know that he's probably gone. It's late now. But big up to every one of you. And look at this. Look at this, eh? Look, right, my right hand man, eh? Hey, Jarvis, like, be patient. Technically, we're going to create a stream, so bear with me. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Hey, big up to everybody who stood around and hung around. By the way, G Neville was right all along. What was he right about? Blocker. What was G Neville right about all along? Let us know in the comments.
Arsenal bottling it.
Oh, they balled it. Did they lose?
No, 3-3. They draw.
Wow. Yeah,
but they were down 3-1 until the 87th minute. So they had a run in the last minute. So they could have won it, but it was a good pickup.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Hold tight, Arsenal fans. Big up everyone. Have a good stream. Big up Tom. Appreciate you. Apologies about the internet. Hey, big up. Welbeck gonna score against us easy. Yeah, of course, we're gonna be talking about it. But let's just go into it quickly. Let's just establish a couple of the things quickly about Brighton and Manchester United. Oh, I've just seen it. Yeah, wow. Because I left it when it was 2-1. I remember seeing it when it was 2-1. So it's fascinating, fascinating. So let's go into this. Here we go. Brighton's boss Roberto Di Zebra says appearing in the FA Cup semi-final is an honour and that his side will play with emotion against Manchester United. The Seagulls are one win from reaching the final for the first time since 1983 when they lost to United in the replay. Oh, they didn't beat us. They lost to us. Interesting. I said last night they beat us, but yeah. So, yeah, we beat them in a replay. We are excited. We want to play with our DNA. Added Italian Di Zebri. Since working in the UK, you understand the importance of the FA Cup. It's special. United have found fun memories of Wembley this season, having beaten Newcastle there to win the League Cup in February. But the return to the National Stadium after a poor defeat against Sevilla in Spain sent them crashing out of the Europa League. Yeah, 100%. A good thing that in Sunday is a huge opportunity, semi-final of the FA Cup, a better event you can imagine, said boss Eric Ten Hag. Yeah, so Eric Ten Hag is there talking about it. We have to love the pressure. Brighton, that's what he said. We have to love the pressure. So Brighton are enjoying, that's Eric Ten Hag, I think, saying we have to love the pressure. Brighton are enjoying outstanding season in addition to the FA Cup run. They sit 7th in the Premier League and are pushing for pushing for a place in Europe. They also defeated United in the only meeting so far this season, 2-1 win back in Old Trafford this season. Sudbury said the players had to learn and deal with the pressure of playing high-stakes matches in Brighton as Brighton look at the end of the season in style. Yeah, so that's what he said. He said that we have to love the pressure. That's De Sudbury, not Ten Hag, but similar to what Ten Hag would say. We have to get used to it. Playing these type of games is an honour, and I have no doubt about my team. Manchester United are one of the best teams in the UK, and if you want to improve and become a better, you have to play this type of game. We are speaking about Europe, so we need to compete to become bigger. There we go. Manchester United have bounced back from recent setbacks and will need to do it again to have, if they are to have a finish the season with 2 domestic trophies and top 4 finish. After losing 7-0 to Arsenal on the 7th round, Red Devils defeated Betis, won Europa League, and more recently they beat Brentford 1-0 after losing to Newcastle in the previous match. Asked whether some of the players were playing for their future following Seville's defeat, amid rumours of changes in the summer squad. That's so laughable. We're going to talk about that as well, people. Ten Hag said, "I think we're always playing for our future as professionals, as professional players. Every game is a test, and every season is a test. You have to earn the right to wear the shirt. It's for me. If it's for me as a manager, and we're all in the same boat. We are in the same boat. We know what to do. We need a huge step forward, higher standard, better performance to beat Brighton because that's a tough team. We are here to prepare for Brighton and get the best out of this group of players. That's where my energy focuses. We know what's going to be completely different opponent, completely different style. I know this group of players can do better. They have proved it so many times this season. We have a huge progress during the season. We have steps to go. We have lots of games to play on occasion to prove it. So De Sudbury said, in no one hand being completely ruled out on Sunday or was as of Friday. De Sudbury said no one had been completely ruled out for Sunday when asked on Friday. Defender Joel Veltman and forward Ferguson have been struggling with injuries. The situation with these injuries is not clear yet. Added Sudbury, we have another 2 days and we have the time to understand and analyze the decision. Marcus Rashford could start for United after returning from injury substitute against Sevilla. Bruno Fernandes is available. So that's where we go, people. Big up to every one of you. There we go. Big up. There's 50 of you in here. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Eid Mubarak to all my Muslims and everybody worldwide, all my people. Hope you having a beautiful Eid wherever you are. It's morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Peace and blessings to you all. It's literally 50% chance. Even Nuruddin, big up. I up Nuruddin. How are you? Listen, put it this way. I'm going to be effing fuming if Manchester United players don't get out there. Listen, getting beat. There's nothing wrong with getting beat. It's the manner which way you get beat. And the manner that we got beat is something I'm not accepting. The manner that Manchester United keep getting defeats is something I'm not accepting. The better the footballing team, the better team on form is Brighton. They're the better team. So it is what it is. It is what it is. At the end of the day, we will have to see. We will have to see how Manchester United is set up. Do they play? Now, let me give you the 3 implications. Man United do a low block kind of style like they did against Newcastle. But in defence, they were super aggressive. And at times, Man United went to the halfway line and squeezed Newcastle and picked their moments. Or in terms of going direct through the middle, on through to Brighton, or do we try to play football with them? One thing I'm going to guarantee you all, and you're going to listen to this, because you're going to see the patterns of play, because you know what? In the last 5-6 games, I've watched Brighton. Brighton are the best team playing out from the back. They get within 15-20 seconds, they could be having a shot at your own goal. With that, what comes with it? Fluent passing style, right, and a rhythm, and then they always create overloads. They will ram up at any one given time. You will see 6 or 7 players in the box. I know that sounds crazy. 5 to 6 players in the box. They will literally swing the ball in from one end and 3 of them are waiting in the back post. So defending the areas of the 2 posts, it's super important. Their whole game from playing out from the back is to create overloads. Every given situation, they create overloads, especially in the wide areas. Then they get it into central areas. Then they always, when they get in the box, they hit the next post. They literally hit the next post and people then running. That's the way their goals came from in the first leg, if you remember. Sorry, not the first leg. In the first game at Old Trafford this season, they played similar, but times 10 of intensity. Times 10 the intensity which they played with at Old Trafford in his first game, Eric Ten Hag's league reign. First ever competitive game for Manchester United. It was that. So Eric Ten Hag knows how these guys do it. Eid was good, man. Eid was good. I'm full up. Oh my God, there's only so much food you can eat. Big up. Eid was good. I hope your Eids were all good, brothers. Big up to every one of you. Wallah, he's doing black magic. Who's doing black magic? You're talking about the Zebri. The Zebri is doing black magic. Wow. Is Martial injured or can he play on Sunday? We don't know yet. What have you found out? So let me just finish on that. They press high. They press with intensity. Do not be surprised. Do not be surprised if Casemiro man-marks Bruno Fernandes. I repeat, do not be surprised if Casemiro literally parts of the game sticks to Bruno Fernandes like glue. You've heard it here first.
Caicedo.
Yeah, Caicedo sticking to Bruno like glue. Like glue. Do not be surprised. But do not be shocked how fluid and how they can easily pass through us. Do not be shocked how many people they get into the box. And do not be shocked how many people they've got waiting at the back post. From when they attack from the left, from the left to the far post on the right-hand side. And from the right, when they attack from the right-hand side, is from the right-hand side to the left of the back post. So there is what's going to be. And obviously, Matomas, if Wan-Bissaka plays, Matomas, that battle, everybody's willing to see that battle of, because how is Wan-Bissaka going to cope with a pacey, tricky winger who wrote a dissertation on dribbling? Man who's got a dissertation on dribbling. So I'm going to go to my co-host tonight, Jarvis. Jarvis, how do you see this game? What kind of mentality are Manchester United coming out with? I don't know if Martial is going to start. People, you can tell me in the comments, please. What did Eric Ten Hag say? Because I've not watched the interview. I've seen the quotes, but I've not heard what he said about the injuries, who's fit and who's not fit. But go ahead, Jarvis. What kind of game do you envisage? Do you envisage similar game to Newcastle without Varane and without Martinez?
Well, first to break it down, you're brilliant. You know how Brighton will play. So, but the one thing that worries me is because they are so good in how they play. To break it down, I can take a short couple of minutes just to give an analysis of Brighton, because they have two different styles. De Zerbi have two different styles when he plays. He have one that's counter-attacking, and the other is possession based. But the counter-attacking part is, have you seen a lot of Italian football?
Yeah.
And the counter-attacking thing is they take like a pause because Sanchez, the goalkeeper, when they start from the back, Sanchez move up in between the center backs. So they're a flat back three. So there are three people passing the ball and waiting for the option. And the left center back, the young English guy, the Cowell, he always takes a pause. Take notice of that when you see the game, because he will just put his foot on the ball and just stand there and wait. So he will invite pressure, and when he invites pressure, that's the trigger. Then they will start playing, because he's very good in breaking the lines with his passes. So you have Caicedo and McAllister, the two midfielders. They stagger. You know what I mean when I say stagger?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because McAllister is marked and Caicedo is marked. So one drop deep and one is a little bit higher.
And the pivot, yeah.
Yeah, but when the signal comes from the center backs, they will shift, they will move, and it goes really fast. And the ball will go to McAllister, to Caicedo, and then he's through. Yeah. So it's very easy.
It's very fluid. It's very fluid.
Yeah. And you were talking about drilling patterns and stuff like that yesterday, and that's what they are doing. They're drilling patterns. It's very easy. So if you look at it, you will see you will recognize the patterns.
And one player that's so crucial, especially to their attacking formation and the attacking energy, is that what's in it? Solimash. Oh my God, he pops up in different positions. One minute he's almost going through on goal. The next minute he's picking up the ball from the center halves, and then he's going out wide. Next minute he's in midfield challenging. So his position is so fluid, and it's the way they have the fluidity in midfield. They have super fluidity in midfield, and they all press. They all work extremely hard off the ball as well.
Yeah, and you have the Gross, the German guy, who's basically a right back, but he moves like how the in Arsenal how Zinchenko moves into the midfield. He do the same thing basically.
Yeah, by the way, he used to play more as attacking forward. He never used to be. They turned him into a right back. He was more of an attacking player on the right or the left, or quite central sometimes. So it's fascinating. They're turning attacking players into defensive. He when Feldman got injured, he just went there, play there. Crazy.
So, yeah, and they have transitioned. They go for they want to create overloads. The same philosophy as Ten Hag have in his play. So they baiting the opposition forward and create overloads and Brighton, they take their time, but when they move fast. And they have brilliant wingers with Mitoma and Marsh, as you said. Marsh moves a lot inside, but Mitoma he holds his line, but he's an inside forward in the last third. But he's always on his side, and he's very technical. As you said the other day, he took a university degree in how to dribble or something like that. It's crazy. It tells about his football IQ. The guy he knows how to dribble. So the thing is, we gotta to see it from our perspective. How are we going to stop this? And the first thing I was thinking, in the 10, I don't think I want Sabitzer there, because he's good filling the pockets for the number 9, the striker. But Bruno's role, he's more defensively. So if Bruno starts in the 10, he will follow the staggered movement for the Brighton midfielders. So maybe it's a way to stop them. And hopefully Casemiro is better today than he was yesterday, because I think we have to stop the playing out from the back. If we can do that, we can beat Brighton.
Yeah. In Sean.
Yeah.
Me and Jarvis both talked about the way they play. Jarvis got into more detail in terms of even the way they pass it out. Sometimes they suck teams in, and then that's what he was talking about. They suck teams in, just like Spurs, because Conte was doing that, but not to the extreme intense extent Brighton do it. They do it very efficiently. They want you to come and press them. They suck you in, find that pass through the middle or out wide, and then they run to your back four very quickly. And we talked about it. I talked about how they overload. I talked about how they get 4 or 5 players into the box at any time when the ball's out wide. So can you tell me what type of mentality, what type of things to beat a team like that? What does Ten Hag need to do tomorrow?
I'm glad you mentioned mentality. And just to touch on the playing out of the back point that you just brought up, I think Ten Hag made the point yesterday in his press conference that there were so many spaces behind Sevilla's attack that if we could just successfully pass the ball from De Gea to the defenders through their press and into the midfield, there was a lot of space for us. As I was listening to Jarvis talk, I mean, all of that makes sense. But as you rightly said, I don't think this game turns on tactics. I don't think it turns on any positional play or any type of player put anywhere. I think it turns 100% on mentality. What type of mentality do we go there? And you ask me, what do we need? I think we need to match their energy. We need to go there with intensity. I don't know how we're going to do it, but Maguire cannot play because, as we've established now, Maguire is cursed, and his lack of confidence, I think, spreads through. It infects the entire team. Like it's like a poison that seeps out from Maguire, like a virus that seeps out of him and infects everyone around him. And so we can't have that type of like cowardly mentality there. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull it off. And I will lie, I'm very nervous. Because as you always call them, cowards FC. I think I never like I always disagree with you on that point, but I think I'm seeing it in full display. Like there's a cowardliness that is just in this team that I'm struggling to understand where it's coming from exactly. I know Maguire is one source, but he's not the only one, and it's hard to identify. But these players are going to need to, I don't know how, but to fight for the badge, as in to fight 100%. Everybody, Anthony, Sancho, Rashford if he plays. Weghorst if he plays, Sabitzer, Casemiro. I think the good thing about Casemiro is that whenever he comes back from a long absence, I think he always looks shaky. But give him a few games in the lineup and he gets back to the Casemiro that we all know him to be. I hope Ten Hag is brave enough to not play Eriksen, because while I think Eriksen is important, I think he comes with a lot of risk as well. In the game against Sevilla, it was clear that we needed some legs in the midfield. And I think against Brighton, we're going to need legs in the midfield. So Ten Hag is going to have to get it perfect. It's going to be a very tricky game. Tactics are important for sure, but I think the energy and the mentality that we go into that game is going to be a determining factor. We cannot go there with our heads held down. We cannot go there with any amount of fear. We cannot go there thinking that it's already written in the stars for us to win, or that if we concede a goal in the first half or anything, that our heads drop. I'm not confident, at all. I'm actually a bit nervous about the game, but I feel like the mentality that we need, I don't know if we have it. With the absence of somebody like Martinez, and Varane, those kind of leaders in the team, I don't know where the mentality is going to come from. But we're going to need to go there as fighters, seriously, to be able to take anything from that game.
Yeah, it's going to be. Jarvis, where do you see? I mean, we don't know. We've not heard anything. I've not heard anything about injuries. I know that it was Maguire that pushed Sabitzer onto Martial, and then Sabitzer landed heavily on Martial's ankle and leg. It's one of the weirdest things, man. That guy is a hazard. I swear to God.
Nah, he's cursed.
Absolute hazard. It's unbelievable how much of a sumo wrestler. He's like a WWF guy, I swear to God.
He did the same thing to Pogba now.
When we got beat 6-2 by Spurs, I remember he grabbed Luke Shaw and threw him.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like Pogba.
I remember that.
Yeah, Pogba, we went for a corner. He managed to fall over and stood Paul Pogba in the forehead where he's got a massive gash, blood pouring out of him. So it's just what the hell is going on here? What the hell is going on here? But of course he's suspended, but I'm talking about in terms of the injuries. So we don't really actually know who's going to be fit. We expect Rashford to be fit. Luke Shaw did take a knock in the game, but then he recovered. He was playing all right. He was running all right towards the end of the game. So it's going to be very interesting. But I 100% agree with Sean. And me and Sean, we make it so we don't agree with each other. You know that. Yeah, I mean, I agree 100% that Eriksen going the other way is a liability. Because the fact that he's not played for 2 months and then he was forced to play against Leeds for 78 minutes and then he starts the game again in a very intense game. So I would not start him. If Fred was fit enough, I would start Fred, Bruno and Casemiro in this game because we need legs to get around them in midfield because they're going to be pressing the hell out of us. I really genuinely believe that.
I agree.
What do you think? I know that he's nursing an injury. Can he at least give us 60 minutes or 65 minutes, Fred, non-stop? Can he give us that? What do you think, Jarvis?
Yeah, he will provide energy if he's fit, but if he's not up for it, he can't play. So it's that easy. But I don't think it's the right game for Fred because it goes really fast. He has to be on top of his game to stop Caicedo and McAllister. So and I agree about Ericsson. I don't want him to play this game. I don't think it's the right game for him because he's just came back from a long injury, and match fitness, it takes time. We don't have the stamina to play so many games, high intensity games, so many minutes in a short amount of time. So Ericsson should be rested this game. Maybe he could get 35-40 minutes. That will be fine for him, but not a starter for me. But yesterday I seen a couple of streams, and I watched a little bit of the game again, and what I felt with Ericsson yesterday was his positioning in the game was wrong. He was Sevilla was pressing high, and I don't. It was probably planned, but Ten Hag was putting Ericsson in the 8 behind the press line. So Ten Hag was confident that Maguire and Lindelof and Casemiro was going to play off the first pressure to give Ericsson the balls to distribute the ball, but he didn't get involved in the game at all because he was just standing there and the pressure was on the other side. So in a perfect world, now we know the answer. The best thing would have been Ericsson dropping down, because Ericsson has the technique and he knows how to swivel off his man and turn and play the ball forward. So we should have involved Ericsson more, I think, yesterday to get the best of him, but we didn't. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I can just jump in on the Ericsson point, I'm not sure we can have it, both ways. I think the problem with and that's problem with Ten Hag as well. I think Ten Hag is a bit stubborn. He's learning definitely on the job, but he seems a bit too. He seems wound too tight for my liking in some instances. With his loyalty to Weghorst, his loyalty to Ericsson. I actually don't know. I mean, I'm here for the first time that Fred had an injury. My impression has been that maybe Fred has fallen a little out of favor with Ten Hag, and Ten Hag has preferred to play Sabitzer instead of Fred. I had no idea that it was a fitness thing.
I think he is. I'm not going to lie to you. I think he is, because there's been games where we need Fred's energy, or it could be that Fred is burnt out. He's either carrying a knock or he's burnt out. And for a long time, if you remember when he was finding himself on the bench, we found that he was carrying a knock. First, he wasn't ill. Remember, he was ill. And then he was and then they said that, he's carrying a knock. And then he was never the same after. Do you understand? He didn't start any game.
I mean, but the thing that Ericsson is not sustainable. Playing with Ericsson in our team, either for the rest of the season, because it's crunch time now. We're in a good position in third, but where everybody is vulnerable, like as Arsenal just demonstrated, today, everyone is vulnerable. So I don't know how long we can carry on with Ericsson. I always envision Ericsson as like a good player to have in the squad, but not somebody that you build your entire midfield play around. As good as he is, if we don't play Fred tomorrow, I'm not sure who we will play in midfield, Jarvis, because I know you said it's a fast game, but that it's a fast game that we need Fred in, because we need the energy. We need somebody who can keep up with the intensity of Brighton's play. Somebody who is a bit selfless in their willingness to run. And that's not a call for Weghorst, but I think that's a call for Fred in midfield. I think we need to be also a little more defensive, because whatever style we play, our defense is vulnerable now. So we're going to have to resurrect some of the McFred ideas and play a double pivot in a way, and hope to be able to. Yeah, I mean, I see a game. I envision a game where we're on the back foot for most of the game, because Brighton is so good with the ball. And the game is going to turn on our ability to beat their press or hit them on the counter. And we're going to need players, runners, and people with energy in the squad. And I'm not sure if about any other combination of midfield aside from Casemiro, Fred, and Bruno. That's what I want to see. If Sabitzer plays instead of Fred, that's fine. But I definitely don't want to see Ericsson on the pitch. I don't want to see Weghorst. I don't know how he's going to do it. Players I don't want to see on the pitch: Weghorst, Ericsson, and Maguire. any other like squad combination I would accept, but those three guys, if I see any of them on the pitch in this game, I would lose a lot of confidence basically, and I think the players would as well too.
So who are you thinking? So what players? What three players?
I said Weghorst, Ericsson, and Maguire. I don't want to see them.
Maguire's banned. Maguire's banned.
Okay, great.
Maguire's
So
banned.
Weghorst and Ericsson. So if I play an attack, I would inject Sancho with whatever rage or energy that he needs to, or slap him around a bit because he seems a bit too weak-willed for my liking. But we need him. I'll play Rashford up front, definitely, and I'll play a midfield of Fred, Casemiro, and Bruno. And hope that like there's enough energy in there and enough technical ability for us to be able to cope with whatever they're doing. Because in midfield, or a defense of Lindelof and Luke Shaw, although Luke Shaw has played in centre back for a while, Shaw has he has his moments too where he loses concentration or he's sloppy on the ball. So I don't. And Malacia, for all his energy, he's young and he's vulnerable also to poor positioning, sleeping, as we saw against Sevilla the first leg. Whoever he plays, Dalot or Wan-Bissaka on the right, I prefer Wan-Bissaka, definitely on the right. But Wan-Bissaka, I think he's a creature of the team as well. I don't think it's rare you see a game this season where everybody's playing poorly and Wan-Bissaka is playing great. I think Wan-Bissaka's performance turns on how the rest of the team is playing. So we're going to have to make do, but we're going to have to sacrifice to help out the people in defense. That should be our number one focus.
Listen, 100%. Can I just get who's JB? JB, I'm going to take you off a little bit. Can you show me who you are quickly? And Otis as well. Just show me who you guys are because I don't let people. All right, there we go. Now I got you, JB. Now you can go back to normal now. I see what you look like, brother. Big up. So JB comes on. Otis, do you want to do the same, bro? Can I see what you look like? Because I don't trust the internet, man. It's crazy. People are trying to shut the channel down, man. I do in a mad. We want to see what you look like, bro. Are you there? Okay, well, you know what, Otis? I'll trust you. I can't see you. Go back to Otis. I can't see. Put the camera on for a minute. No, I can't see it. It's too quick, bro. I can't see it. I can't see. It's black, bro. It's darkness.
It's darkness. You not see me? You hear me?
No, I can't. Yeah, I can hear you. Is that you, Otis? Yeah.
Oh, you hear me, but you not see me.
No, I can't see you. But don't worry, I trust you, brother. I trust you. Nice one. Yeah, man. Big up. Welcome to Otis. Welcome.
Thank you for actually having me on your platform. I actually listen to you a lot. Listen to you guys a lot. Manchester United is my club. I've been supporting Manchester United since I know myself. However, I'm just gonna touch on a few topics. I don't want to, be long. The game against Sevilla yesterday was actually the worst I've seen Manchester United play this season. I must take my hats off to Ten Hag. He's been doing a wonderful job.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Firstly, I have a huge problem with this playing out from the back. It's not working. I don't know why teams continue doing it. It works for some it doesn't work for. And we are not in a position to be playing this from the back football. And we have seen it today in Arsenal game as well. That's a huge problem for me. Manchester United is trying to play that sort of game. Next thing, everybody is taking their hats off for Bruno. I think Bruno Fernandes, for me, I don't see the Bruno Fernandes that everybody is making it see me his. I don't see that Bruno Fernandes. I don't see Bruno Fernandes, honestly, in Manchester United future. Also, Sancho, I do not see Sancho as a Manchester United player. Since he's signed, I think he's one of our worst signings, and we think we need to let him go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, JB. You want to rebuttal him there? Go ahead.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Fernandes always press. Okay, I know people like he's running around. He thinks he's running around, but he always trying to do something. Okay, not Fred, not McTominay. At least he's trying to do something. And the Sancho problem is Sancho is like a luxury signing for us. We don't need him at that time. Now we're doing the same with other players. So for me, United have a problem with these players. But here's the thing: Eric Ten Hag are making magic with these players, with this group of players. We all trust Ten Hag, right? But right now, you see our deficiencies. Maguire is Maguire. Everybody knows that. And De Gea playing at the back is not for anybody. Just like you say, I think only a couple of teams can do that. So for me, I, Fernandes have to play. Have to play. I don't care what people say. I don't care where he plays. He has to play because he. I know he's running around. People think he's running, but he's actually trying to press. And you see, other teams when other teams press, you've seen it on Brighton. When the other teams press, they press perfectly to equally to each other. United doesn't do that. United, when one guy trying to press, the other guy is going backwards. That's the problem with United. We don't have like the group of players doesn't have a same mentality when they play on that pitch. Ten Hag to try to implement that thing. So for me, Fernandez has to play. Sancho, I'm sorry, send him on loan on Dortmund or something. I think he's gone for me.
I agree with you.
Maguire.
If I can just jump in, I think it's a bit unfair, and I would even venture and say it's an oversimplification to refer to what Bruno does as just running around or pressing. Bruno is is it fulcrum? I don't know who does engineering, but you can have a system, and it might be a complex system, but you take out one simple gear, and everything falls apart. That's Bruno. Bruno is the heart of the team. He's the one who keeps the team moving around. He's the one who he presses, but he's also integral to the way we play football. And it's evident in everything that's happening. It's not an accident that he's had the most assists since he came in, or that in the entire or that in all the European leagues he has the most like attacking involvement. You can't put that down to just pressing or just running around. Bruno is a key part of what we do. I used to be one of those people who felt like maybe he was overrated, and I still think that there are levels to the midfield that Bruno still has to get to yet. Like, I don't think it's quite at De Bruyne's level, or in that like realm yet. But as far as United is concerned, Bruno is the heart of our team.
All right, let me ask you a question.
I'm agree. Sure. I'm agree with you. I agree with you. But
I'm not saying Bruno must not play right now. That's not what I'm saying. I have stated that I don't see him in Manchester United future. Ten Hag definitely has to use what he have now. You understand what I'm saying?
Next why? Season, like he's not good enough.
The team, the position Manchester United is in. No, we when you look at every other team, right? And you look at, say, all right, in your guys' opinion, Bruno is our playmaker. How does Bruno Fernandes match up with against a Manchester City or a Brighton or a Arsenal for next season? Look inside the midfield of a Arsenal or a Manchester City. You understand what I'm saying? The progression.
The only playmaker better than Bruno in the league right now is De Bruyne, as far as I'm concerned.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Who's better than him?
Right? So, let's be fair. The attitude that Bruno have is different from a Kevin De Bruyne. It is different from an Odegaard. And we must admit that. I'm not saying he's not a good player, right? But going forward, I don't see a Bruno leading Manchester United in midfield. His attitude is poor. We have seen it. We have seen it in many games that has passed, where he just slack off in key
So that's a different
moments.
thing now. The captain question is different from whether or not Bruno is.
Here's the thing. The team he's playing are not the same with like the likes of De Bruyne. Okay, he playing with McTominay and Fred, for God's sake. He playing with them. Okay, and Odegaard is not better than him. People say, okay, he can score goals, but does he control games? Bruno, when he's trying to on his day when he's trying to control games, he controls them. He is good. You saw him against Nottingham Forest. You saw him a lot of games. He assists you. He knows that. But here's the thing: when you play next to McTominay and Fred, you have to do a lot of things. A lot of things. Okay, they're not good enough to play for United. Most of our 15 players or 16 players doesn't have capability to play for United or any other Premier League club because they're not good enough.
Okay, hold it there, JB. Hold it there, JB. I think we don't want to turn this into a
Bruno debate.
Debate. The biggest thing about Bruno Fernandes is that Bruno Fernandes, Pop, I can't really see you. I can't see you, Pop. Hello?
Yo.
I can't really see you properly. Put it on, bro, so I can see you properly, bro.
Yeah, give me a minute. Give me a minute, Nuruddin.
Is that you, Pop, yeah?
Yeah.
Big up, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big up, Pop. There you go, brother.
Yo.
You good? Long time, man. Long time, King. You good?
Yo, what's up, man? Big up, Nuruddin, man. Happy Eid, man.
Happy. Thank you so much, brother. Love. Listen, so the biggest thing I want to say is that I don't want to. He's like Marmite. Bruno is like Marmite. Sometimes some people like the player attribute of Bruno, and sometimes people do not like Bruno because he's not technical enough for him, like Odegaard is. Shaped to get past people, can score a wonder goal from nothing. He's not that type of player. He's never been a number 10 for me. And if you listen to his coach before he came to United from Lisbon, he said, I hope Manchester United don't think he is the type of player that's a number 10. He's more of a hybrid 10/8 high, attacking number 8. That's what Bruno is. And I don't want to turn him into it. So tomorrow, I just want to see you all guys. I don't know. I've watched Brighton for about 5 to 7 games. I want to see, and I'm going to go to Boumbaye. How do we defeat them tomorrow? Where areas? And if anybody knows any news of Eric Ten Hag, I think they have embargoed the press conference till tomorrow night at 10:30. So we're not going to know all the questions about who's fit and who's not fit, because I've looked through all of the press conference quotes today, and it does not say anything about who's going to be fit and who's not going to be fit. So we're not going to know till tomorrow at 10:30 tomorrow at the latest about who's fit and who's not fit. So, Boumbaye, I go to you quickly. How do Man United how do we beat Brighton? Where do we hurt Brighton? We know Brighton can hurt us in a lot of different ways, by the way. But it's how do we hurt Brighton?
Good evening, everybody. Eid Mubarak to everybody celebrating Eid for today and tomorrow. You wanna beat Brighton, dear?
Yes.
Go and get your prayer mat out, all of you, and start praying. Tomorrow, man, is gonna be a very. I'm just gonna say what everybody already knows. I don't have anything new for you. I'm sorry, Tomorrow we're going up against a team that has all the facets.
Sunday, not tomorrow. Sunday.
Sunday, of what you want from a team. So, the way Sevilla play against United, they play like that. They win their battles. They move so well as one unit in the press. As we were just saying, one guy presses at United, the other guy's not sure, am I going to stick or twist? There's none of that there. They have a really good balance. They have key players that are very good, that are going to go to big teams for big money this summer in very key positions. McAllister, Caicedo, Dunk. Do you know that Lewis Dunk has completed more passes than any other centre-back in Premier League? I couldn't believe that when I seen it. You have Mitoma. Man, tomorrow Manchester United, the first thing to have any chance of this game is to forget what you did at Sevilla and do the opposite. Turn up to compete. Then it's a question of, do we have the quality? But if you don't start there by saying, listen, we have to compete today, we have to win our battles, all the stuff that is not glamorous in football, you're going to have to bring that on Sunday against Brighton. and you're going to have to set the tone early. Sevilla, I knew exactly the type of game we're going to get as soon as Sabitzer got smashed into that, after 5 minutes into that sideboards. Okay, this is what it is today. And we didn't even want to get in the ring with them in that department. If you don't do that, not only Brighton, you're going to stop, you're going to have a problem against any other team. So they need to make up for that Sevilla performance and come strong, tough, a team, a family, a unit. If you do that, then from there we see if our quality can shine. It'll still be difficult, but you have to compete. So that's all I can tell you, really. If they compete, then we'll have a narrative to look at, we'll have a game. But if they don't, then, don't be surprised if we walk away with nothing.
Bumbaye, big up Bumbaye. Okay, Pop, I'm going to come to you. Pop, talk to me. How do Man don't tell me about Brighton. Let me just get this super chat from EG. Big up, brother EG. Thank you so much for the super chat. I don't think we win Sunday. The only thing that gives me some hope is that Brighton do have a better chance against City than United. We would have to take 5 or 6 again in the final and write another bad history day. I actually disagree with you. I don't know what it is. I disagree with you. I actually think Manchester United can beat Man City in a one-off game in the final. I believe that. I believe that. I do believe that. Pop,
yo,
boy.
Yeah,
How was you in Jamaica?
No, man, I'm in there. I'm just chilling in the NY, holding a little vibes. When I get back down, because it's summer basically, so I'm just holding a little vibes, outside.
In Jamaica, yeah?
No, I'm in the States right now.
In the States, yeah?
Yeah.
What about in the States?
Oh, NY, New York.
New York, there you go, brother. New York state of mind. Give me that New York state of mind. How do Man United beat Brighton on Sunday? Talk to me, Pop.
Yeah, to me, to be honest, Nuruddin, man, I don't really trust the manager like that, man, because I'm kind of smelling some fish with his talent IQ. So I don't know, to be honest. But you know what? I think we just got it. The thing with Brighton is that even though they play with the centre backs like why like the Veltman and those guys, they can be run at like they have weaknesses in terms of the defense. Even though the guys are kind of like hard tackling, rough. Like sometimes I see like their team get breakthrough with like one long ball, so it's not like they're the best. It's just that they have a certain midfield. That the midfield kind of have a certain energy where they keep the ball ticking around, and then they have the guys like Mitoma with the close control, and somehow they get goals. So it's a sticky thing. So it's not a hard team to beat. But one thing I'm disappointed with Ten Hag from he first came in. We already knew that we had a midfield issue, and he should have incorporated more players to play that role. Like even the guys like Iqbal, we probably can agree that they're not ready, but I think that he should have at least have 6 midfielders that he's trying to rotate along the season. So when it reaches this point, you're not like on your last legs. Everybody getting tired because Pep does that sometimes. Pep creates a certain image where he's able to trick everybody that hey, we have 6 players to rotate. But when you look at Pep, sometimes Manchester City, they don't have like 2 players in their position. Most of the times people say that. I think it's a myth. It's just that the way how Pep rotates his team, he will put Gundogan in a double pivot, he will put Rodri there, he will take out Gundogan, he will put Bernardo Silva on the wing. It creates an image that, wow, he has a lot of players. So I think Ten Hag should have done that with the midfield, And I saw where he brought in Sabitzer, and Sabitzer remind me of like Fred, Bruno. These guys, they're like, I don't know, they score goals, they do like some scatty stuff, but they can't keep the ball, they can't spin on a man. So when he brought in Sabitzer, I'm like, I don't know, that was fishy. That guy is like McTominay. We have too much of these players that can score a goal, can do this, but they don't affect the game for 90 minutes. And my thing is that we have to sort out the midfield going forward. Even Casemiro, as good as he is, sometimes I see flaws in his game, and we need somebody to rotate with Casemiro, and we're gonna need
I
that. But
actually think we need 3 midfielders in the summer.
I
Of
agree.
3
I
different
agree. I agree. I think we need
3
three,
different
four.
midfielders, I personally believe.
Yeah. So I mean, big
And me
up
and
yourself,
Jarvis
bro.
agree that we need 3 different players, but with all technical ability to be able to keep the ball when under pressure, under
Yeah,
severe pressure.
I agree. Cause the thing is, when we have Sabitzer and McTominay, all of these guys are like they I don't know what to call it. You know, like you have some players that you fling on like the Fellaini's, like they'll score like couple goals a season, but when you watch them for a full 90 minutes, you're like, nah, you know, we have too much of those players. We need some man that can run the midfield from now, you know, till 90 minutes. So we got to sort that out. And with Sancho, um, he's a good guy, but in between me and you, bro, I don't think he's gonna make it at Manchester United because you have Sancho. To me, I don't see him have that character where he can sustain when the pressure comes back again. And it's a lot of pressure when you're playing against 80,000 people in the stadium. And this pat on the back thing is not gonna work, man. You're a top player. You're getting big wages. You gotta be strong, bro, to sustain that because I mean, that's the difference between a player playing for West Ham. You have a player like a Ben Rama, a Gerard Bowen. Those guys will survive at West Ham because that's West Ham, bro. So if you're at Manchester United, man, you got to be tougher, bro. You know, all of this, he needs this to make him look better. That's not going to work at Manchester United, bro. You got to step up and be a man, bro. It's a big team. If not, then you can easily go play for a West Ham and get like a 60K a week. Nobody will care. When you're playing for Manchester United, bro, trust me, you got to be a man, bro. So I don't think he's going to make it. He's a good player. He probably will be world class, but he needs different. He's a player. Maybe he needs a softer environment where he can become the man, the dark mans. You know, he can play for like probably a Juventus now. They're not that big. They're going through a lot. So maybe Sancho needs those type of team, and then he can build back himself up. So that's my opinion on Sancho and all of these guys, bro. But yo, I'm gonna tap out, gonna head to the gym, man. So big up, man. Thanks for giving me the platform, bro. I appreciate it.
Big up.
Big up the guests and everybody, man. Peace, man. Happy Eid. I'm gonna start listening. I'm just gonna drive and start, listening and all the vibes in my headphone, Yeah.
You're on mute,
Yeah, big up everybody. JB, I'm gonna go back to you. How do we beat them? How do we beat Brighton? How do we beat them, bro? JB, quickly. And then we'll go to Malcolm.
We have to start. We have to start from the front. Don't make a rush. Just our midfield need to be a spot on because we have to control the game. Most of the time, when we don't start quickly and then we lost the ball, we will not recover. So for me, the midfield should be on spot on Sunday, and then let's hope the front three can score goals. Especially, I need Rashford to play. I think Martial is injured, so I think he's gonna play Weghorst for me. And then for me, we need to click the midfield and the front line. We need to click, and then we need to recover balls, the second balls. In Sevilla's, the second balls we always lose. Have you? Everybody saw the game. When it comes to the second ball, United doesn't do well in these big games.
In the big games, we don't do it in the big game. No, 100%. I don't see us controlling the game tomorrow. On Sunday, sorry. I don't genuinely see it. I think about controlling the game. I don't think it's going to be the type of control game. First of all, the pitch at Wembley is always dry, very dry, because nobody plays on it regularly. So I hope that the pitch, they water the pitch, and that the pitch being big, the Wembley pitch is quite big and quite spacious. So there's going to be a lot of spaces. Somebody said we don't have a style of play. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, that person is not watching.
We do have a style of play. And when it comes off, it's mainly when we are in position and we go from left to right. We go through the middle. We recycle the ball and then we overload on one side and then get the ball in. And that's where we score some of our goals. Some of the goals that are good. Some of the goals that we've scored. So
I mean, there's some demonstrable like elements of our style of play. So the way you see Dalot or Wan-Bissaka or Shaw moving into midfield, kind of the way he wants Bruno to play, the way Casemiro drops in as the third man to receive the ball, when we're building up from the back, all that is self-evident. About the game on Sunday, as everyone has been saying, it's a mentality thing. Is what I said before. Strictly
Maguire is
mentality.
definitely suspended, Abdi. Yeah, he's not playing. He's suspended.
What kind of mindset do we come to this game with? Do we come there ready to win, or do we come there shook? Like as Mobdeep said, I don't know whether that guy in New York is still there. There ain't no such thing as halfway crooks, man. You're either in it 100%, or you're gonna get found out. So if we go there, with weak mindsets, scared, we're gonna get found out. Brighton, everything is going well from there right now. Team cohesion, team spirit, playing very well, underdogs, so they have nothing to lose. If they win, great story for them. If they lose, it's a good achievement anyway that they win semi-final. The burden and the pressure is all on United, and I don't know if we're going to be able to pull it off, because we've gone from technically competing in 4 competitions to now looking like we're going to have to settle for top 4 and a exhibition trophy, the Carabao Cup, which I guess I liked when we won, but it's not as meaningful as the FA Cup. So it's a mentality thing, 100%. I hope Ten Hag is able to find a way to get the boys fired up. That's just all that's going to count. Are we motivated enough? Do we have the right ginger? As we say in Nigeria, are we motivated enough to take it to Brighton? Because if we are, then we can match them. No matter what they try and do, we can match them. But if not, we'll be found out.
Yeah. Let's quickly think about Jarvis. So if Luke Shaw is fit, obviously it's Luke Shaw and Lindelof. So we know that already. Midfield, we've said it, me and you, and Sean have said it. I think it's a game for Fred tomorrow. Casemiro, Fred and Bruno. It's not a game for Eriksen because he looked leggy. I'll bring Malcolm in. Malcolm, if Martial is fit, do you start Martial, Rashford, and Anthony? Sancho on the bench?
Yeah.
By the way, I'm having a good day.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. I just got back from the gym, so yeah. I'd say I've had a very productive day, but in terms of the starting 11 for Sunday, I think if Martial is fully fit, I think you start him like regardless. And yes, I think I would start Rashford and Anthony, and then I'll keep Sancho on the bench. So those 3, I think should start. I mean, for like the rest of the 11, I think in the midfield, I think you put Fred there for energy. Just because I feel like that midfield is going to be very telling. It's going to tell a lot in that game. So I think you start Fred, Casemiro, and Eriksen in that in the midfield. So yeah, but to your question, I think you start those 3.
Okay. I personally think if we start Workhorse, I think the game's a bit too fast for Workhorse. I'm going to come to you. Is that Otis? Let me just check who it is I'm going to come to. I'm going to come to you, Otis. I don't think Workhorse should start tomorrow. I think if Martial is even half fit for this game, we need him in the team. We need him in the team because we need to make that ball stick when the ball goes forward.
For me personally, tomorrow, Sunday, I know for a fact we will beat Brighton. Surprisingly to everybody, we will beat Brighton on Sunday.
Wow. You're the only confident Man United fan.
No, I'm 100% certain we will beat Brighton on Sunday.
That's the energy I need, man. More of that.
Yeah.
This is how I would line the team up. If I was in control.
Otis, how are we gonna do it? Let us know.
That's what I'm gonna tell you now. I would do Luke Shaw centre back beside Lindelof, right? I'll play Dalot at left back, Wan-Bissaka right back. In my midfield, I would start Casemiro, Bruno, and
Fred.
Not Fred, no.
Sabitzer.
Sabitzer. Yeah, I'd play Casemiro, Sabitzer, and Bruno. And up top, I'll play Rashford, Anthony, and Marshall if he's fit. Okay. So that would be my lineup, and I can say this loud and clear: if Manchester United go in that game Sunday, playing how we know how to play, that we've been playing all season, our basics and getting results, there's no way Brighton stands a chance. There's no way Brighton is going to beat us, because just as how we are looking at Brighton, Brighton is also looking at us. And we've got players that can hurt Brighton in many ways. So all we have to do is just go in that game, heads up, and just go do the job. And I'm pretty much confident that we can and we will beat Brighton. To me, that is not a game that I'm actually worried about, honestly. I see us getting the result. And that's how I see it.
And you're sticking with David De Gea in that, yeah?
Trust me, number one every time. Again, I don't care what nobody want to say. De Gea is Manchester United lifeline for the past couple seasons. And regardless of the season that he's having now, I ain't giving away De Gea out of the goal for nobody at all.
Fascinating. Wow. Backing his man. Looks like Otis is the only man who's backing the team. That's what I'm talking about. I love that energy. Like, we need energy on the stream, because we can tell you how Brighton are going to play, but we don't know with the mentality and the physicality. For me, for Manchester United to win, 4 of these elements have to be at play. Aggression, intensity, physicality, and especially when it comes to duels. Can you win your one-on-one duels?
That is why
the pitch. If we do those 4 things, and 5th thing is we take our chances. Wembley is not a place where you can miss a lot of chances. You have to be able to take your chances.
That is why I would play Casemiro and Sabitzer, because guess what? They are going to give me that physicality in midfield, and Bruno would do the distribution. Fred, I would not choose Fred over either, because Fred is not as adverse as a Casemiro or a Sabitzer, where, holding his own. Fred is more all over the place. You understand what I'm saying? So if we can have Casemiro, Sabitzer having a good game, also Bruno, just making the job easier for Bruno to do his distribution, then trust me, I know Brighton will be in a lot of trouble. So honestly, for Sunday, I see Manchester United winning that game.
Okay, big up. I like that energy. Jarvis, go back to you. Are you reassured? Do you feel a bit pumped?
Yeah, Otis had a couple of...
Where can we hurt them? Do you think it's centrally? We can hurt Brighton centrally with the pace of Rashford? Do you think we can maybe play a bit deeper and suck them in and play the counter-attack? Or do you
that was my point exactly, Nurdin. If the most vital player is Rashford, because he has pace, he can threat the room behind the high pressing Brighton defense. So if he can be on his A game, it will mean a lot for us, because I agree with Otis that we have to start Bruno in the 8 and let Bruno drop down to distribute the ball in the back room of Brighton's defense. And for that we need Rashford. Really need him. Sancho is fast, but who's going to start in the 9? Martial, but I don't think he's fit, so we'll end up with workhorse, and and we know his pace. It's like a slug or a snail or whatever. Yeah, I think he's only faster than Maguire, but that's the only one in the world. So we need the combination of Bruno and Rashford to win this game, and we know the pitch on Wembley. It's a big pitch. So it's a lot of space. And Rashford's size. On the Rashford's side, they have the German guy Gross, who's the right back, and we know he like to tuck in. So there will be plenty of space for Rashford to use his incredible pace. So we have a chance. Yes, we have a chance, no doubt about it. But but we need those two players to be in form, and luckily I think Bruno will be rested and well and ready, and he's been in great shape, in great form for the last 3 to 4 games. So I think Bruno will be a vital player, and Rashford.
Okay, I'll go to you, Bumbaye. So, other than Rashford, what other match winners do we have, guys? What are the match winners? Where do you see the match winning coming from to win this game?
Yeah, man, I think our key players need to play a key role tomorrow. So Bruno is vital. Casemiro has to be up for it tomorrow. He's going to be busy in midfield. His positional sense is going to be important. I'm really interested to see Caicedo and McAllister go up against Manchester United's midfield tomorrow. Should be good. And yeah, Rashford, man. I mean, Rashford is the key. You know, it's not like we've got anybody that's flying as a number 9. We need a striker. And Anthony tomorrow, if he has a good game. I think these 3 players are important. These 4 players, sorry, Casemiro. You know, those guys have a good game. They will give us a good footing to keep the balance of play at least neutral and not in favour of Brighton. So if we can battle them, combat them in midfield, get a little bit of a foothold, give them something to think about constantly with our wide players playing well, we can keep the keel in balance and stay in the game. From there, man, who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? Again, it all sometimes it depends on Sunday.
Yeah.
Sometimes Manchester United still suffer a little bit from, less so, but we suffer from that syndrome where after 5-10 minutes you can tell what we're going to get today. Yes, the team is ready, it's up for it, or it's going to be a long day at the office. So, tomorrow they have to compete. If they compete, then we do have quality, bro. But against Sevilla, that's quality without everything else. It's not enough. So, like I said, if the boys turn up tomorrow with a good mindset and they start fast, hopefully we can be in this game. It's a neutral ground, man. I mean, neutral ground. So it's 50-50, bro. But we have to compete. We do that.
I definitely think we have to score first tomorrow. I always say that. I think we can grow in confidence because we've just been slapped by Sevilla. They're on a really good form. I think we have to score first tomorrow.
I mean, bro, do you know what? Scoring first.
But the confidence
when Man United score first, it's always in our favour anyway, because Manchester United, naturally, when you watch against Arsenal, against Liverpool, once we score first, the game changes. It's in our favour because that's what we do well, isn't it?
They will have to come out more, those guys.
And our strength is hitting people on the break. So when we score first, which we have been doing more often before, it's like, right, we can't actually start playing until we've conceded a goal. Now we can start the game. Now we're keeping it tight. The defense has done well for us. We get ahead, and then the game opens up in our favour. So if we score first, we're usually a pretty good proposition.
Yeah,
I think that's a general rule for us, not just on Sunday. General rule.
Okay, staying with you. What do you think the score is tomorrow? Sorry, Sunday. I keep saying tomorrow. Sunday.
This is one. Sorry, forgive me, but this is just a one-off game. It's not 2 legs or anything, is it? It's just one game.
One game.
It's one-off game. Bro, on this occasion, I'm not going to go into this game. I'm going to go into this game believing we can win it. So I'm going to go with
David De Gea masterclass, 1-0 Man United.
Yeah, he's going to score. He's going to score. Long shot. Yeah, I'll go 1-0 Man United. We'll go with that.
I don't think he's going to
get. No. There's going to be goals, bro. The defense is not there. There's going to be some goals. Do you know what? Let's go exciting. We go for 3-2 to United.
Wow. Okay.
That would be a fantasy, right? We'll see.
That would be crazy. I don't think my heart will be able to take it. I'll go to you, Otis, quickly. Since you're the man with the confidence, what do you think the score's going to be tomorrow? Sunday, sorry.
Again, you know me. The score for Sunday will be definitely 2-0 to Manchester United. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Honestly, I've been following this league like since the start, and I'm telling you, most of my predictions in the games that I say that we are gonna win, we have won them. So
okay, if we win on Sunday night, make sure you're available, Otis.
I will be available, man. I will be here, and I see Manchester United winning 2-0. I see us winning 2-0.
Big up. We'll go to JB. JB, talk to me. What's the score?
I think it's going to be 2-1 United. I don't think we're going to take a clean sheet. So for me, I think it's going to be 2-1 United, and I think we need to play counter-attack football, just like all they did, because I think Velman, their defender, is injured, and Ferguson is not there, I think. So for me...
No, they said they need to check. He did the press conference yesterday, and he was saying that they need to check to see if they're going to be fit. So...
Now I'm reading that he's out.
That's a Dezebri, the manager.
For me, so I think Rashford, Casemiro, and Fernandes need to have a good game if us need to win that game. So for me, 2-1 United.
Yeah, control that midfield. Big up. I'll go to Sean. Go ahead, Sean. What's the score going to be?
You asking me what my head says or what my heart says?
You tell me what your head says.
My head says that it's 1-1, and we take it to penalties, and then it's up to the universe. My heart says 2-1, but the storybook 2-1. They score first, we equalize, and then win it at the death.
Okay, we need to score first. Jarvis.
Yeah.
No, actually, I'll go to Malcolm. Malcolm, what do you think the score's going to be tomorrow? You there, Malcolm? He's busy. We'll go to you, Jarvis. Jarvis.
Yeah.
First for me to win the game.
It depends on Ten Hag's game plan. If he plays, if he's not going to press high and let Brighton lure us in with their game. We can sit back. We can be we don't have to be pressed without numbers. So then we will be. I think it will be like 1-0 or something. If we press high, it will be an open game. It will be a lot of goals, 3-3 or something like that. I think it will be a firework. So I hope the last thing, and pray to God it will be a United win in the end.
Okay, for me, so what's my head say? What does my stomach say? And what does my heart say? My stomach says we're going to get thrashed. That's what my stomach says. we're in for a hell of a beating, boys. We're going to be in for another hell of a beating. My heart says that I want Man United to win in it badly. And I think somehow if we score first, we can counter-attack them and keep it tight. Maybe 2-1 to United. My head says we're going to get beat 2-1 or 2-0. As long as it's not hammering. As long as it's not hammering, I'll take it.
That's the thing, Nuruddin. As you're saying, like, these guys are cowardly. If Brighton take the game to us, it's very possible that they crumble. The way they crumbled against Sevilla, the way we crumbled against Aston Villa, the way we crumbled against Liverpool. There is that tendency in this team to just fall at the slightest confrontation. So that could definitely happen. And that would make me very sad. But also I'm hammering on mentality. And that is going to be a function of the starting 11 that Ten Hag chooses. Sorry, James.
I don't see us crumbling. As a player of the game, I don't. And I say this. And I put myself in Manchester United players' position. When I used to play soccer, right, and we crumble in a game like that, we have a coach that knows what he's doing, right? So you can't expect two crumbling games behind each other. I don't see that happening, and I don't. I see a Manchester United picking themselves up, redeeming themselves in this Brighton game. I don't see a Manchester United crumbling. I honestly, I don't see another performance like Sevilla performance for the end of the season. For me, I don't. Not under Ten Hag. Maybe if it was under Ole, I would. But not under Ten Hag. I don't see Ten Hag making this happen again. We made a lot of mistakes in Sevilla game. And as I say, I can just, from a player perspective, I don't see it happen. I see players stepping up, taking responsibility. You understand what I'm saying? I literally do not see Manchester United getting a hammering from Brighton. I don't. I see a Manchester United going to Wembley and performing like Manchester United. I see a Marcus Rashford hungry to be back on the score sheet. I see and when you look at it, you can look at Anthony. Anthony is getting into his game. You know, he had a poor game against Sevilla, but he was one of our best players. He's now getting into his game. So, regardless of the Sevilla crumble, I don't see Manchester United at that. I think that's the worst I've seen Manchester United all season, and I don't see it happening again. I see Brighton in trouble, and I'm telling you, I see Brighton in trouble on Sunday.
Okay, listen, Otis, you're definitely going to come back here. Malcolm, if you can hear us, what do you think the score's going to be tomorrow? He's having some connection issues. Malcolm, if you can hear us, please let us know what you think tomorrow is. Right, Malcolm, your connection issues are doing my head in. Right, make sure, people, you go and check out Malcolm. It's going to be very interesting. We'll be live here on Sunday night around 10:30 for the match reaction, or 9:30 maybe. Socials, Malcolm Kisa, YouTube, MK United 19. Go and check that out. Otis, are you on Twitter? Are you on Twitter, Otis?
No, JB? I'm not. I'm not on Twitter.
Okay, JB, are you on Twitter? What's your...
I'm JP United 36.
Okay, JB United 36. Go and check him out there. Give him a follow. Sean, I need to... Oh, where is this?
Follow me, guys. Adventurous TV. I'll follow you back, all right? YouTube.
Oh, you got a YouTube, yeah? You got a YouTube?
Yeah, I got a YouTube. Adventurous TV. Just follow me, guys, and I'll follow everybody. But thank you.
Yeah, big up. Yeah. So,
and thank you for having me also, all right?
Yeah, brother, always. It's an absolute pleasure to have you guys on. It's made it, and we need some positivity. Some people think you're quite delusional. Others just think you're...
Trust me, listen, and this is it, you know. You see in life, and I can say this, most people who talk soccer haven't played it. When you look back, most people who has the most criticism, or you know, it's different speaking with someone who had played soccer than someone who haven't been on a football pitch. It's two different conversations you're going to have. So I do accept, you know, everybody's opinion. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm saying most of my time analyzing and most of my choices that I've made, I'm not wrong. So again, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. We all love Manchester United, and we can always just come and have our say. So I do respect what everybody have to say, and I hope everybody just respect what I have to say as well. No,
of course, and that's what we do, But I wasn't mentioning people because they're like the Man United fans. After that slap, a lot of them were in shock. I was surprised what happened to us last night, but that's why they're reacting, saying, "Oh my God, this guy sounds delusional."
I understand.
Yeah, they're not being rude to you. They're just saying those words. Yeah. But big up, bro. Listen, we respect everybody's opinion, 100%. What's your TV called again?
Adventurous TV.
What's that? Say that again, brother.
Adventurous TV. ADVENTUROUS TV. Okay. I just started anyway, so I'm getting there.
What kind of content can you expect in there?
You know, I do adventure. You know, like I'm a nature person. I like, going in nature, water. Forest stuff like that. So that's why I kind of think it helps me to think a lot because,
Yeah, man. Big
I'm
up,
a
brother.
nature person. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Nature. Big up. Where you based, brother?
I'm from Jamaica. Jamaica, I come from, but me in the States.
There you go. Big up to all my yard people, man. Love.
Big
right.
up.
Make sure you check out Otis at Adventurous TV. Yeah? Is that how it is?
ADVENTUROUS. Adventurous.
Okay, let me just change that quickly because I want to get it right, you see.
And I will be here, man. I will be here every time you're live. I will be here. Share my views,
Yes, there you go, brother. Adventurous.
Adventurous TV.
There you go. Big up, brother. And make sure you go and check out the legend, the one and only Jarvis Cocker, aka Never Gonna Give You Up. Never Gonna Let You Down. Yeah. Rick Astley, our own Therapy Armies, Rick Astley. Make sure you go and check him out at Bowley77. Make sure you check him out there.
One thing, Nuruddin, I have a match preview tomorrow on the other channel, Weekly Armchair Sports. So if any of the Therapy Army would like, please come and support me and watch the show.
Yeah. We'll tweet it out. So let us know, brother. Yeah. We'll definitely tweet it out. What time? What time do you reckon tomorrow?
7 UK.
7 UK. Okay, cool. We'll tweet it out. So just remember, Jarvis, to let me know, and we'll tweet it out. What is it called again? The channel?
Weekly Armchair Sports.
Okay, so where we?
It's in the comments, bro. There.
Weekly. Let me just put it in here, so we know now. Weekly
Armchair
Sports.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
I just got it. I just subscribed to it.
Yeah, there you go. Big up.
Thanks, man.
So we got you there. So if you take it out now, you can see there Weekly Armchair Sports. Yeah, there you go. That's everybody, people. Big up, and please go and check out Malcolm. Malcolm's social media is this. It's Malcolm at Malcolm MK United 19. He started his YouTube channel. Go and check that out. And his socials are Malcolm Kisa. So MLCOLL KIIZA. Go and check him out on there. Right, Malcolm. Big up to you. We've had problems with your thing. We're ending the show. Quickly,
what
the score's going to be tomorrow? Quickly.
Score tomorrow. It's gonna be
Sunday.
Oh, Sunday. Yeah, right. Sunday 1-0. I don't know, 2-1. 2-1 United. I think. Yeah, 2-1 United, man. It's gonna be scrappy.
Cool. Queen Kate said Man United lose 3-1. Okay, Queen Kate. I hope you're well. Big up. Jarvis, big up. Yeah, Jarvis is on YouTube, mate. Check out Jarvis. Go and check it out, people. That's what it's called. Weekly Armchair. So big up to you, brother. Big up to everybody who's watching. We are 40 short of 7,000 people. 40 short of 7,000. So please go and check it out. And Bumbaye does not have any social media. He signed a 100-year contract with United Real Therapy. He's not allowed to have any social media, those of you who are asking. Saeed is probably somewhere having a nice time. He's Eid celebrating. He did a watch along tonight with Arsenal, I know that. And he's, he is what it is. But big up to every one of you. Please subscribe to the channel. Smash a like on the video. Hit that bell and lets you know next time we're live. The notification bell will let you know next time we're live. But we're 40 away from 7,000. So let's go, people. But we'll see you all on Sunday. And everything crossed. Martial is fit. Luke Shaw is fit because we can't afford any more injuries. And we're going to need our best players for Sunday. So subscribe. Let people know about the channel. Those of you share, like. Peace, love, light. Glazers out. Bankers out. Eid Mubarak to everybody, wherever you are in the world. Peace.
Peace.
Bless up.